Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope all of you are doing great. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight. And here I am again with a tank top, how did that happen? But I am amazed as far as this weather in this area, and that's the whole reason, well, one of the reasons why I needed to move here is to get warm. But anyway, I hope all of you are, able to get out in nature somewhere. I'm sorry, I got the camera here. It's kind of hitting the sun in the wrong way. But anyway, I hope you're able to get out in nature somewhere and get some air. Take your shoes off like Starlight has been doing. I walked around this big, huge pond out in the one area where I'm been staying. And it felt really great. Even yesterday, I went for a hike and walked on the sand barefoot on a trail. I thought I was crazy because I don't even know where I am, but I prayed before I went out, because there's alligators and who knows what other kind of animals are out in the woods. But Starlight knows how to run barefoot if she needed to. There she goes. But anyway, I love all of you, and I hope you're really being kind to yourself, and not just to be kind to yourself, but be kind to other people around you, your family, your loved ones, and even the ones out in public. Yes, I said that. Starlight said that. So anyway, I want to reach out to all of you. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, you could follow me or find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can also give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to leave a message down below. That way, I can, read your messages. So I really appreciate those that have been inspiring Starlight, and you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So this is breathtaking here. These trees are not like the trees in New York, so I'll show you really quick. You'd think there's big huge spiders on these babies, but this is Alligator Park, but you always have these things hanging. It looks like Mother Nature just kind of decorated the tree, with all this stuff. So these trees, are not very green, but they have all these things that hang all over, and it looks like kind of Halloween time the way this looks out here. But it's daytime, but it would have been a great spooky story to say with this, to tell out in an area like this, because it looks very smoky like out here. But anyway, I've been at this park before, but the first time I came out here, I just did yoga. And so this is my first time for the hike to see what is out here. I see they have just like a swampy area over here where some of the birds are. Probably I'm not sure. I haven't seen any bees yet. Birds, bees, leaves, and trees, and butterflies. But anyway, today has been so beautiful, and I've been meeting a lot of people, and I've been getting familiar with the people in the community, or in the city area. I just went for a job place today, and they said, we don't have really any jobs for you, because those kind of jobs is not what Starlight would do. But I ended up talking to a beautiful lady there, and it is great how the universe has been guiding me all over in this area, meeting very interesting people, beautiful people. So, the video today that I'm going to talk about, this is so cool, is, sorry, Starlight does this a lot, is, have you ever asked yourself, are you happy? And even when I say that, you might instantly, really, if you're, well, they have that song, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Are you clapping your hands? And then it goes, stomp your feet. Are you stomping your feet? Or, are you happy is the title of this video pretty much is, are you happy in life? And then, you know, of course, like if you're not clapping your hands like Starlight is, well, you can't hear, I can't really clap my hands right now with my cell phone in my hand, but I am happy, you know, and I realize I don't have to have a man in my life to be happy. I'm happy all on my own. I am happy because I'm realizing, you know, I am doing this, you know, and I have really have had help out there, you know, to get me to where I am. But, you know, I am happy with who I am, and I love myself. And, you know, like some people think because that you're single that you must be sad, you know, because you don't have a love person, you know, like a man or a woman in your life. Is, you know, are you single? You know, do you find yourself sad? You know, because Starlight was like that before. I was very, even though I thought I was a happy person, like you could even ask my family members, I was always being a clown and acting out and stuff. And you would have thought I was happy, but really I wasn't happy before. You know, I was thinking I needed a man to make myself happy, and I realized I don't need a man to make me happy. You know, I realize that, you know, I am the one making me happy right now. So sometimes we're chasing the wrong things in life. Sometimes we're out chasing that man or that woman out in the world that we, you know, believe or think that is the one. And we really don't need to do that, really, you know. Hear that bird? There's a little, must be a bird inside this little birdhouse here. Oh no, it's a big huge turtle. I don't know if that must have came on the video. See all the good awesome things. This is why it's so important to get out. I didn't know turtles make noise. I thought it was a bird. You know, so most of my life I thought, oh, you know, I would be happier if I had a man. And I don't have a man, you know. And I am happy right now without a man. So some people think, well, if I only had, you know, the perfect house or the perfect job, I would be happy. And really, you got to really ask yourself that, you know, it's great if you have a job that makes you feel happy, but is there other things in your life that you're not happy about? And a lot of times what it is that we have to work on ourselves. You know, those, it's great if you live somewhere and you're happy living where you live and you're comfortable. My Starlight can't, I'm like hearing all these animals out here. So it is, there's people that are in relationships, and are they happy? No, there's some people that are miserable, you know, in the relationships they have. So like I said in the beginning, you know, just because, you know, there's people that are in relationships, it doesn't mean that that is what's going to make them happy. Is you really got to work on yourself, you know, find out, you know, the things that you need to work on. And that's where you're going to find your inner peace and happiness, is by loving who you are and not listen to other people on what they say. And, you know, you're going to have people that are going to really do things in your life. And, you know, you got to really ask yourself, do I really need that person in my life? You know, so you got to, if they're not really helping you in your life, and, you know, they're causing you more stress than happiness and peace, maybe those are the kind of people that you got to let go. Are they, you know, just there to, you know, use you or, you know, mistreat you, you know, just take advantage of you, you know? So that is where you got to really ask yourself, are you happy with the person that you're with? Kind of narrow everything down to, if you're not happy, what is causing you not to be happy? Like, you know, are you always fighting with your loved one? You know, are you always, you know, like, is it a battle every freaking time? You know, you're like, what in the, you know, like, really, you know, like, is it always a battle? Are you having more, you know, things go wrong in your relationship? You know, do you ever have a time where you're excited to see them and be around them and all that? Or do you dread for them to come back at the house, and see you? Or maybe they want to take you out to dinner, but you don't want to go. Have you, are you going through that? You might have somebody special in your life, but are they making you happy, or are they making you miserable? So you got to kind of narrow down, because there's times that, we could say that we love someone, like I love people and I love my family. I really can't say I have a whole lot of friends, but, the close ones in my life I do love. And there's different kinds of love out there. But what kind of, do you love them as a husband or a wife? Or, do you love them like, like your sister or brother or your mom, or just a friend? So this is what makes it, this is so beautiful out here. I'll just show you. It's so hard, when you feel that you love someone, but they're causing more stress in your life than what it's really worth. And, you might reach out to them and you're doing your part to work on the relationship. And are they even there? So are you the one that's only doing the work? Are you the only one that's reaching out? Are you the only one that's, taking the time out to write to them or call them and pick up a phone and call them, or her, So is it just one-sided? Do they even care about you? Are they, just so focused on other things that they're not even there for you? So there's so many different reasons why relationships don't work out. Is the communication even there? Are they even communicating with you? Are they, or are they just ignoring you? Maybe you're trying to reach out and communicate with them, and they're ignoring you. Maybe they don't even want to talk. Maybe they don't even want to be in that relationship anymore. So you don't want to stress yourself out, but it's really best to really say, ask them, hey, what's going on? Or if they're causing so much stress in your life, you might want to let them go. And so you can work on yourself. Find out who you are. Find out, what you love to do. And if you don't know what you like to do, go out and explore. They have a lot of things out on Facebook, where you can go on. And most of the things, I have to say, cost some money. But you can also, besides Facebook, there are some free events out there, free groups that they have where you can get together with people that, do some of the same things that you do, but you got to find out what it is that you like. And the only way you're going to find out is to go out there and try things. Do you like to go hiking? Maybe you want to get with a group that likes to go out for a hike, and so you can get together with other people. And sometimes we can be afraid to, this looks ghostly, sometimes we have a hard time going out, meeting other people, but the more you do it, the better it gets. And it's not as bad as you think, because I have gone and got with groups of people, and everybody was actually very peaceful, and everybody kind of, they were friendly. Not everyone, but it wasn't as bad as what I could have made it out to be as I was driving there, and so it's good to really get out and find out what you like to do, or maybe you like to travel and go out hiking or boating, or go out to dance, something. You gotta find out by going out and trying it. And maybe the place that you live, it can happen is, I've lived at places that made me miserable. So if you are living in like a city, run, pack up your stuff and find a place that is, country or whatever, where, you can get out of that negative energy, that toxic energy in the city, so that, I know what it's like living in places where you're miserable. You could have a horrible landlord. Maybe the landlord doesn't even do the things that the landlord's supposed to do, and you're paying the money. There could be holes in the wall. It could need a paint job, and they don't want to put the money in, but they want to take your money. So, if you're not happy with where you're living, you might want to think about trying to find a different place to live, find and really make a list like I do when I go and move. I make a list of all the things that I really want, though not want, but desire as far as a place goes to live. Like a bathtub is the one of the first things Starlight is going to have on the things what she desires on like to look for a place. But if you have people in your life that are really adding more stress in your life, it is really important to reach out and talk to them. But if they don't want to talk, then you might want to let them go. Maybe they're just, maybe they're not really meant for you like you might have thought. So it is, I'm learning that I always thought I was picky before, and I've had men call me picky before, but I'm learning I need to be picky. Don't just settle for just anything out there, and it is wise to be picky. So other things that your job, is your job, are you miserable at your job? Is there a lot of gossip and drama at your job? Are you even getting paid the right kind of money, for the job that you're doing? Or are they making you do more than what it's worth? So those are things that you gotta, do you look forward to going to work the next day? Normally what happens is when you get done working that night, when you're getting ready, some people take showers at nighttime. That's how Starlight is, because I want my hair dry in the morning so I can straighten it. Where there's some people, they take a shower at nighttime and in the morning. And then there's some people, they just they go to bed dirty. That's why Starlight takes her bath before she goes to bed. So then my bed sheets are nice and, they keep my bed sheets clean. So I don't really care how you take your shower as long as you're cleaning up. And but some people, they wake up in the morning and that's the first thing they do. They jump in a shower to wake up, and start their day. So depending on really what time you take your shower is, a lot of times that's when we're thinking about, oh yeah, like this morning, I have to go to work. Or if you take your shower at night, you're kind of thinking, oh yeah, I got to take my shower now because tomorrow morning I got to wake up, to go to work. And that's when a lot of times when you're dreading it right there is because, you don't even, you need to take the shower, but you're not really looking forward to going to work. And so you really got to ask yourself, is this job really worth it? And it is painful. There's a lot of people, they don't want to leave their job because they're like, wow, this is the most money I've ever made in my life, and you could have a lot of workers working with you. I've seen this out in Schenectady where I used to live. Is I would go and get a coffee in the morning, and I heard all these garbage workers, and I couldn't help but hear what they were talking about because they were really loud. And they were picking on a guy that wasn't even there, and they were talking behind his back, and he didn't want to go. He hated to go to be a garbage man. He didn't want to go. I don't even think he wanted to be with the men. He didn't even want to get a ride. I heard that they were talking about that he actually would walk a long distance to go to work. And he was, like to me, he was dreading every moment to go to work. And they said they couldn't understand why he didn't want to stay at this job, because they were just thinking how much money he's making. But, that's sometimes with people, they want more than that. They want to be happy with where they're working. After a while, yeah, it might be good to get your paycheck, and see that amount, and then Monday comes by and there you are, you got to go back to work again, and you could be dreading it, thinking, oh man, I don't want to go, Starlight has definitely been there many times in her life where I didn't want to get ready that night before, to get ready to work the next morning. And Starlight, normally when I decide, really, I am one of those types that employers will get upset with, because I did this a while back, as I did get hired for a job. And, once I realized I wasn't happy, did I give them my 2 weeks notice? Not at all. I really didn't. I worked the rest of that week, and I'm like, that's it. Because I knew it was going to be hell. They would know that, oh yeah, she's going to not work. She quit. She quit. Starlight quit her job. And, a lot of people got stuff to say, because you don't want to work there. And even though a lot of people could agree with why you're leaving, it's just that there's this place that I was working at was lots of drama, lots of gossiping and stuff, and backstabbing and all that. And, it just was the worst place I ever worked at. And, most people in my situation, being homeless, would have just stuck it out, every day, go there miserable. But that's not what God wanted me to do. So whether you're in a job or, that is not keeping you happy and you're miserable and you dread it, where you could, sometimes what happens is also you got to wear uniforms, that might not be your cup of tea. Sometimes we got to use apps, so they can follow us around everywhere for the job. And that might not be, some of the jobs out there, they might want you to get the COVID vaccination or whatever, and you might not agree to that, so you really got to know what you want as far as a job or even a place to live. Maybe it's a beautiful place, but maybe it's in the wrong location. And like I said, even like with a relationship, and it doesn't mean just, a man and a girl or a husband or a wife kind of relationships. It's also the kind of people you're hanging out with or spending time with. Do they inspire you? Do they help you? What kind of people do you spend your time with? Are they, treating you one way one time, and later on they treat you like shit, they treat you like dirt, and then later on they act like they're, they kind of up and down all the time. And it's like, really, man, one time you're happy with me and next time you don't want to talk to me. And you got to really make up your mind as far as the kind of people that you really want to spend your time with, or even to get to know. Because if it's causing more stress than a peace of mind, those are the ones you got to really think about. Are they really worth having in my life anymore? And Starlight doesn't like roller coaster rides. Would you believe that? I have not been on, I have not gone to a fair since my kids were, I think my son was like, maybe 2 years old. That is the last time I've gone on. Actually, I didn't even go on the fairs at that time. I don't even know if I even could handle going on at a fair and going on rides. But some people, they will take you on a ride. They act like they love you, and then next time they act like they can't stand you. And what is it gonna be like when you're with them? If they're like a friend, is that the kind of relationship you want, where, one day they love you and next day they hate you, and next day they love you, next day they hate you, and next day they act like they're excited to see you. Other times they want to ignore you and don't talk with you, or, just give you the silent treatment. So, you got to really ask yourself what is it that you need in your life that is going to make you happy. But really the best thing I could say is really to work on yourself. And, sometimes we got to let people go that are just, working on your emotions or taking your power away or all that stuff, because there are people out there. Hang on, I got to just show you the view here. There are energy vampires out there, and they will play head games with you, and they will one day lift you up, next day knock you down, and a bunch of mind games. So you got to really ask yourself, is this like the kind of friend or relationship I want to be in? So is it really worth the stress that you're going through because of this person? So you really got to really question the kind of people that you spend time with. And I know these minutes are coming up, but really work on yourself. And just because you are single, if you're miserable and you're single, it's really because you need to work on yourself. You really do. You need to work on yourself. Spend some time alone with yourself. Get out in nature. It's very healing. Do some meditation like I did today out at a park, and also to do some yoga is really, really helps out. It was so beautiful this morning. I was enjoying the day, and there's times that you gotta, it's hard letting go of people that you love, but what's worse is to hang on somebody that don't love you, or to hang on somebody, that you love that you need to let go. So sometimes we got to let go of those people that no longer are respecting us or loving us, and really spend time with yourself and get to know who you are as a human being, and find out what your likes are and your dislikes are, and find out who you are. It's so important to find that right partner in your life, and find that guy or girl that you only can dream of, because God really just wants the best for you. You're gonna see a boat coming through here. This is why I'm kind of standing here. Really, God wants the best for you in your life, and really the universe has the perfect match for you. It's just that you need to work on yourself and love yourself, and don't let people take your power away, because they're out there. They will play head games with you, and where you're sad, you're crying, and and then you're begging, you're saying I'm sorry, and then later on, it's the same shit again, and so you really have to say, I've really had enough. I'm not going to play these games, because there are people out there, believe me, Starlight has met them many times in her life, where there's I really never met, I'm not really into females, so I can't say I met females that do this stuff, but I'm not saying females can't be guilty at doing this. But there are people out there, they will play mind games with you, and it's no fun doing that, where it's like, I got better things to do. I feel like I'm wasting my time, by, having my energy drained. So, if you are getting drained by the people that say they love you, but they don't even reach out, they don't even spend time with you. They make promises that they don't keep, so, you got to really think about the kind of people that you want to get involved with. And I love you so much, I really want the best for you and myself. So like I said, I would love to have a man in my life, but I am working on myself right now, and I am happy with who I am. And there's some people out there, they could be quite mean, and not the greatest, like kind of people to be around. So you do have to watch out, because some people will try to cut you up with their words and try to make you feel less of a person and all that stuff. But if you are around that type of person, you really you might not want to spend any time with that person, and waste your energy and time with that person, because they might not be the kind of person God really wants you to be with. So anyway, I do love you. I really hope you get a lot of help, and I know in this area I got to get some suntan. That's my issue right now, is I am young, so it is something how I'm not in New York anymore. So, but I get compliments out here, where I had a man that actually was blown away at when I told him how young I am. So, you got to take good care of yourself, and that's why Starlight needs some suntan lotion. So anyway, I do love all of you, and I really want the best for all of you. And if you haven't found that one, keep searching. Don't give up. I might not be met for for certain men out there, and they might not be met for me. Only God, the universe, really knows who is met for Starlight. But for you guys and girls, I really just want you to be happy with who you are. And if you're not with anybody, be happy with who you are, and love yourself unconditionally. Give yourself a big hug. It is great to give yourself a hug. And of course, I can't kiss myself on the cheek, but I've been getting a lot of hugs in this area to men and women that I don't even know, you know. So I'm getting love out here, because what you put out, you get back. So I do love, if you want a hug, Starlight would love to give you a hug. I'm you know, like a hug. I love to give hugs and receive them. So anyway, you could always meet me. I'll tell you where I live. So anyway, I do love all of you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. You could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below. And you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So it has been interesting in my area. I've been getting a lot of compliments as far as being new to the area, and I actually made a area kind of come alive because Starlight entered in that park. So it is beautiful when people see that there's somebody beautiful, not just on the outside, but I was just having fun at a park this morning doing yoga. I was singing and dancing and just being myself. And, you know, I got a lot of thumbs up and a lot of beautiful smiles because of it. And that's what we need to do, is get out of ourselves and go and have fun. You know, God does have the right man out there for me. When that's going to happen, I really don't know. But, you know, and God has the right guy or girl for you. So don't give up, you know. And some of us, you know, you might be in a relationship that you might be saying, I don't really know. You know, I just was talking to somebody today, you know, and that's kind of why I was bringing this topic up, is because, you know, a man that I met, you know, he's going through issues with his girlfriend. You know, where he's like, I don't know, you know, this is really, really tough. But I let him know that relationships are not going to be easy. You're going to have your ups and downs. So, you know, so I am going to talk to that man again soon, actually tonight. So I want to help him out as much as possible. So anyway, I love all of you. And if you are single, and if you're not happy with being single, is go out and, you know, go out to restaurants, go out and travel, go and enjoy life. Don't stop living your life because you haven't met the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams. And, you know, God has that special one out there for me somewhere out in the world. I just don't know where, you know. But anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.